introduced a modified version of TransPRK. That from now on we call it refined TransPRK. What we know about TransPRK, at the time we started, it was very, let's say, shortage of knowledge or information or data in the literature. So it was just, we could find just 4 publications in the literature, and the first one was about two-step TransPRK, was done by Clinch, and the last one was run on a single-step TransPRK, run by Dr. Fadullah from Lebanon. The first one, that it was on two-step TransPRK, they concluded that there is not much difference between the outcomes in two-step TransPRK with the other modalities, like surface treatments like PRK. And the first clinical study on single-step TransPRK was published in 2011, and it showed that the TransPRK, single-step TransPRK, did by SCHWIND AMARIS, it's a very safe, easier to perform comparing to the conventional PRK, less pain, less haze, and at a very short recovery time, and the visual outcomes were comparable, not remarkable differences into techniques. And at the time we wanted to start, all things we knew about the TransPRK was now on the screen. So for me, because I wanted to know more about the TransPRK, I decided to start TransPRK, and so I had to establish a research group for data gathering and for for producing of data. So now this group, TransPRK Research Group, is a part of UCERN group. That shows that our current organizations, and it's international research group. This graph shows our publications and presentations during past years. We started in 2011 in ESCRS in Vienna, and also we try to continue on the right track. So we now at this moment of time, we have 4 papers published, 4 other under review or revision, and 21 abstract presentations and in prestigious ophthalmic events. The achievements or highlights for this group was, first of all, was introduction of refined single-step TransPRK and also Iran medical regimen. And we did many study on TransPRK, and also is going on our works, and we are showing that we started with the second publication in JRS through a bicentral study with Aschaffenburg Augen Clinic in Germany. We ran it on hyperopic patients, and also we ran the longest prospective follow-up data so far on myopic patients. Also, we showed our results in vector analysis in myopic patients with astigmatism. And also, still, we are thinking of more multicentral studies. Here you can take a look to our publications under the name of conventional single-step TransPRK. before the name of refined TransPRK be unveiled. So in different through the different presentations, we introduced our outcomes, and the first publication was done in 2014 in EJO, and until 2015. And later on, we introduced our works under the name of refined single-step TransPRK. The modifications we did on the parameter was on the surgical parameters, like you see here, target diffraction, optical zone centration approach, and mitomycin regimen. And also we introduced for the first time a different post-surgical medication as Iran regimen. We started to publish or present our works, our results in different events, and also we could be able to publish 3 publications during these years in JCRS and JRS and IJO. The first study under the name of refined TransPRK, as I told you before, it was a bicentral study in collaboration with Ascheffenberg Augen Clinic, and we concluded that single-step TransPRK in a conventional method is come up with reasonable outcomes, but the refined TransPRK will come up with promising results. And this is the other study that we ran, and we published it in JCRS. And in this article, we try to explain all the tricky points, let's say, or the differences of the refined TransPRK to the conventional one. And here you can see our papers that are under revision or under the review. We are waiting for the response. Let's take a look at other the publications in parallel with us that started in 2012, and you see it's like a movement in the field. Okay, what do we currently know about single-step TransPRK? We know that as we mentioned before, that reasonable results can be found in conventional method treatment, but the refined TransPRK come up with better results and promising. So in all subgroups of refractive error, you can see that refined TransPRK ends up to better results. It's at least in our studies. And comparing to the other modalities, it's the only all laser assisted. Not the only, it's all laser assisted. It's faster, is easier, and come up with less pain, less haze, and a faster healing time. And in all subgroups, we have very good quality of vision and visual acuity, and it's a very fast procedure, and even we expect that with the smart pulse technology, the results get better. One of the highlights in our work in the refined TransPRK is achieving high supervision. That's normally could be achieved after 1 year after refined TransPRK. And you can see that the parameters or factors that contribute into achieving in this supervision. There are higher preoperative, higher UDVA, lower astigmatism, and better contrast sensitivity, smaller pupil size. And this is the matter of the energy that delivers on the surface of the cornea at the time of ablation. And we also found the association with the female gender, but it's not remarkable, but it's there. We designed a questionnaire-based database, and we found out that the patients are very happy with their quality of vision, and we could find that the photopic and mesopic contrast sensitivity in myopic correction with or without astigmatism are getting better after the treatment. And another important finding is that through this operation, through this technique, we don't impose any higher order aberration to be induced on the cornea. This is very interesting schematic drawing that shows that how the different factors impact the quality of vision. The outer part belongs to the pre-op, let's say, factors, and this part in the blue shows the effect of, or the factors of post-operative factors. Simply saying, I would like to say that any boxes in green shows the positive impact on quality of vision, and the red boxes or circles show the negative impact on quality of vision. Also, we could find that other findings in refined TransPRK is that we could eliminate mitomycin in treatment in the patients with the total ablation depth equal to 160 or less. So there is no difference between these two groups. So you can easily eliminate the mitomycin in terms of safety. And also we found out the other factors that they could impact on DCC during ablation. It was the age. The older people showed the less the DCC values, and also visual access. I'm talking about the couple locus. It means if the couple locus is in the first quadrant of the cornea, you will have the less DCC changes. And also UDVA and CDVA and contrast sensitivity. Pre-op UDVA or CDVA. The higher values, the better UDVA and CDVA, and better contrast sensitivity, it means less dynamic cyclotorsion. Another interesting finding in our study is that this ratio, that's the ratio of optical zone to transitional zone. And if this ratio is more than 7, or something like between 4 and 5, or if as a cutoff value 4.4, the results are amazing, and it means that you will face better contrast sensitivity. Many people ask me about the optical zone, and if you want to say it in very precisely, is that if you zone more than 7 meters, it's better that you choose the patients with K more than 45, and the pachymetry like to 80 and consider the ratio of CCT to spherical equivalent something like 200. So in our hands, we could conclude that the results in all subgroups of refractive errors, we have promising results. In contrast sensitivity also, we have. No,
it's not good to hear. Try it again.
Hi, can you hear me? No? They say no. It's okay? So the supervision is that we are working more and more on it, is that the 1 out of 3 eyes that we treated could have 15/10 or beyond. Even in asymmetric astigmatism, and also inform very, we were cautious in this subgroup of the patients we informed for keratoconus, but we need more time to publish our results. And also, as I said before, we eliminated midomycin in mild to moderate myopia correction. The cutoff is below 6. Based on our evidences provided by literature pool data, we can claim better quality and quantity of vision by refined single-step TransPRK compared to the other laser-assisted modality. Maybe this was the maximum wishes that maybe could be fulfilled by conventional TransPRK, and is not that much that you think that you can get later by refined TransPRK. Comparing to the TransPRK, now we think that we can have more wishes to be fulfilled by this genie. This is the other competitors in the market see each other, against the TransPRK. I think that everyone knows Nostradamus, and he was famous for his predictions and for his poems. I'm not a predictor, I'm not a poet, but I predicted 5 years ago that it was it could be a mainstream action. And taking a look at this slide may confirm my if you see and in the and trend up, but the other are coming down. But the growth rate of TransPRK, we could see it easily, and also of trend during past years. This is the time of what happened. Shows that in the late 90s, the first 2-step TransPRK started, and as a milestone in 2007, Amaris launched, and after that, the first clinical results on single-step TransPRK published, and 2016, our first results on refined TransPRK. I said I really believe in that the future would be more challenging for TransPRK, and to me the strongest, or let's say most powerful competitor in the market is Star Surgical. but this is, I mean, the mission for new mission maybe for the R&D group of company and Samuel and his colleagues. But to me, there are the major challenging issues for the future. That it's actually, these are the main challenges in the refractive field. I really want to thank Samuel and his axial role in my career and in on TransPRK developments, and without him I think that we would be in a different place today. And also I want to mention the name of my executive team. I mean, these are the guys that are working with me in Tehran, and we all got a new guy from Lebanon, and also my ex members of the team. And I really want to thank you for coming and listening to this presentation.
Thank you very much for a lovely presentation. It was a nice summary about the TransPRK and impressive about your presentation at your publications, which you have here quite a lot. Is there any question from the auditorium?
Yes, hi doctor. You've been mentioning refined PRK, which TransPRK, which started in 2015. What do you mean exactly by refined? What changed from 2014 to 2015? Is it the algorithm on the machine itself? Do we have to know about the technical details? What do you mean by the change that happened between 2013 and 14, and then at 2015, what happened? Why do you call it refined TransPRK?
Yes, because I told you, you know, we changed some modifications. We did some modifications on some factors. For example, in target diffraction. I mentioned some part of that. And if you want to have a very comprehensive image on these modifications, I refer you to our articles which was published in JCRS. We explained it. Everything there. But the main factors that we made some changes on it. It was target diffraction and choosing. The amount of these changes based on different things like gender, like age, like.
It's our own nomogram on the regular machine. Are we talking about the machine itself today for our Amaris users?
And we send all our database information to the company, and you have to ask Samuel that maybe they have used some part of our data for new software or I don't know.
Okay, and the smart surf, where does it lie here? The smart surf?
The smart surf, we just already started because we received the new machine. The smart surf recently, maybe it was 3-4 months ago. So still we are gathering the data, so we'll work on it later.
So you mean is the refined PRK?
No, it's different. No, I didn't mention the name, but we could expect maybe even better results with the smart surf.
Thank you.
Any more question here?
It's not good.
What percentage of your TransPRKs are topographic driven?
All these information, all these operations that have gone are aberration remote, and all the things that I mentioned about, it was just about aberration remote. I would like to say that aberration free mode works on maybe more than 99% of the patients at this moment. Even the challenging cases is different. For example, PK or irregular cornea or whatever. But rest of the people, you can straightforward. You go to the aberration free mode.
Some more questions here from the group? Maybe I have a question. I heard that many postoperatively give you a bandage neck. They put it into Voltaren or something to reduce the pain. Are you doing something of that?
No, this is what we explained as in our publications, that as Iran regimen. We eliminated mitomycin after the operation. I mean, the patient much as possible, so we'll give them some let's say something like alprazolam and some NSAID pills, and enforce them to sleep in a dark room. We eliminate also steroids, NSAIDs, and so we are gathering the data about the, as I said, about the pain score, and we got a very, very impressive results with this technique. So we'll publish it very soon. We are working on it.
Thank you. It's very interesting to hear in your area, Iran. It's probably sunny, very UV light, that you can go well or excellent even without mitomycin C. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So, if no further question, or is there any question, I'd like to thank you again and thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.